guys, welcome again to my channel. Today's video is going to be another Holy Grail favorites, and this time it's all about my favorite makeup brushes. I have here what I like to use on my face, what I like to use on my eyes, and it's basically a mixture of drugstore and high-end. These are just the brushes I seem to find myself reaching for the most when I'm doing my makeup. In fact, some of these I've even used today, so if they do look like they have a little product on them, that's why. I did try to clean them a little bit, but I thought it'd be more real to share them and show you that they are loved and used. So if you guys want to find out what my favorite makeup brushes are, then please just keep watching. So believe it or not, the least amount of brushes I have to share with you guys is the eye ones, because I don't really need that many eye brushes to get and achieve the looks I like. The first brush I want to share with you is my absolute favorite for blending any colors in the crease, for just getting everything nice and neatly blended. And it's the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush. It's fluffy, it's so comfortable to use in the crease, it's so soft, it blends out any color like as if it were butter. It's just a great blending brush. I hands down recommend this brush. If you're looking for a good blending brush, it might be a little bit pricey for you because it's not drugstore, but it's the only blending brush you'll ever need. Trust me, I promise you, it's the absolute best brush for blending, at least for me and my eye shape. It works wonderfully well. Then I have two brushes that I absolutely love to use when I'm patting an all over lid color. The first one is for more pigmented colors, and that one is $1 and it's from e.l.f. It's called the Professional Eyeshadow Brush. It's just a flat kind of dome shaped brush. It's perfect for packing color all over the lid. You can spray this with Fix Plus or any kind of makeup setting spray and it just applies wonderfully well. It intensifies any sheen or color. It does a great job of not creating very much fallout but picking up a lot of product, and this is $1. The other one I like to use when I want to apply, let's say, a skin tone colored eyeshadow because I want to set that eyeshadow primer, is this one that I actually received in an Ipsy bag. It's Crown Brush, and it's a dual-ended brush. I love this fluffier flat side for packing on product, for setting the eyelid. Perfect, beautifully soft brush. And then the other end has a gorgeous detailer brush which I use to highlight the inner tear duct, and I love that side as well. I don't know how much this costs because it came in an Ipsy bag, and unfortunately they don't detail the prices of their products. I looked it up online, I couldn't find it. This is one of my Holy Grail brushes. And I have two brushes that I love to use to smoke out the lower lash line. These are referred to as smudger brushes or pencil brushes. The drugstore one comes from Eco Tools. It's actually called the flat eyeliner brush. I'm not sure if I purchased this with another brush because they tend to combine a couple of brushes in their packages. I believe that they're vegan, they're also cruelty free, and they're made of bamboo, I believe. And these are very inexpensive. It's soft, it's easy to blend out. This actually, because it is flat like that and it's kind of densely packed, it does a great job of producing a lot of pigment. If you want a really good smoky lower lash line, or you want to define it almost as if you lined underneath and not necessarily smoked it out, get this one from Eco Tools. It's amazing. But if you want to be able to kind of smudge it out, smoke it out further, I'll go in with another kind of pencil brush, and it's this one from IT Cosmetics, and it's their Eye Smudger number 221, and it's a little bit rounded, it's densely packed, and it works great at applying a lot of pigment, but it also works well at blending it. So it gives you kind of that smoky feel, and it's not irritating under the eyes. I have very sensitive skin and very sensitive eyes. I wear contacts, so I don't like getting things in my eyes, and this keeps the product from flying up into my eyes, and it smokes it and smudges it out perfectly. Now let's move into the face brushes. I have a lot to share with you guys. So let's start in the order of how I'd use them. As far as applying my foundation, I love to use flat top kabuki brushes. My favorite one at the moment is this one from Geek. I believe it's called the flat top stippling brush. It's a foundation brush. This densely packs on my foundation. It easily blends it out. I feel like it gives me a good medium to full coverage. It's not streaky. It's pretty affordable. It's not found at the drugstore. You have to go online, unfortunately, or if you can access Geek, I'm not sure if they have stores that you can actually visit in person, because I would love that. But this brush is amazing. I love it for my foundation. If I'm working with a BB or a CC cream, I actually prefer to use this one from Real Techniques, and it's their Expert Face Brush. I mentioned this on Instagram. It's one of my holy grails for those kinds of products because it's densely packed and it works really well at blending out that product without creating any kind of streakiness, and it builds it to a more medium coverage versus a sheer coverage. So I really like this brush a lot. And then my other favorite tool for applying foundations, lately it's been my go-to, I used it today when I applied my foundation, is the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I actually have the one I use sitting in the sink, soaking wet because I just rinsed it out, and I thought it'd be kind of gross to show you a wet sponge. So I love these sponges. I don't really like the Beauty Blender. I think this one's pretty comparable, and it's a lot less pricey, so I think it's definitely worth the money. I really prefer the one from Real Technique. And I believe if you buy the single sponge, it's $6.99, and for two, you get them for $10. For applying powders that are going to diminish pores or just to set your foundation, I love a more densely packed brush, something that's round but soft, and I've really been reaching for this one a lot. It's the IT Cosmetics Buffing Mineral Powder. This is really good if you're a mineral powder user, if you wear bare mineral minerals or you like the tart, but for me, I love it to use for the translucent powders, especially in the pore area. I feel like it really diminishes any fine lines, any wrinkles you may have, and especially hide any of those pores. It works really well. For simply setting my face with powder, I have a few options here that I reach for. The first one is a drugstore friendly option, and it's e.l.f.'s Kabuki face brush. It's a tiny cute little brush that fits in the palm of your hand. It's very widely faced. I love that. It's kind of like a dome shape, and it works perfectly at just kind of setting my face powder. I'll use the Rimmel Stay Matte powder with this. I think this brush in particular works better with pressed powders versus loose powders, and it does a great job of kind of compacting that powder on there and just giving you a nice airbrush finish. And it's affordable because it's from e.l.f. Then I got this one online. It's the Bdellium Tools number 974. It's a powder brush. I like to use this as well to kind of set in that high cheekbone area. Maybe I'll set my concealer with it sometimes, but I mainly like to use this with mineral powders, more of the loose kind versus the pressed kind. And then when I'm feeling extra fancy and I'm having a very special night out or something and I want a kind of luminous glow over that foundation, I really want to make sure I cancel out any shine throughout the night. I will set my foundation with a powder using the IT Cosmetics number 225, the complexion powder. This is the softest brush of life. It feels like a little baby is kissing me as I'm applying my powder. It's so soft, it's wonderful, it's amazing, it's pricey, it's definitely worth it, especially if you take care of it and clean it periodically. And speaking of that, I actually wanted to share with you guys before we move into any more brushes, two of my favorite makeup cleaning sprays. The first one is from e.l.f. and it's their Daily Brush Cleaner. This smells so good. It smells like plants and fruits and just very natural. It has the most amazing smell, and this was, I think, under $3 or $4. It was really inexpensive, and I'm maybe 30% through. A little bit goes a long way. You don't get any fallout from your brushes. It just smells so good. I think the smell is my favorite part. And then for a more high-end one, which I think works a tiny bit better, and it's the Brush Bath from IT Cosmetics. This is the Holy Grail of brush cleaner. It's $18. It has a strong scent of lavender, and it has some, I think, citrus to it, but it smells really good. It cleans your brushes instantly. This works well if you're changing your eye color and you just kind of want to dip your eye brush into different colors at once. You can use this. Your brush will dry instantaneously and you can go in with another color. So it works really well, and it keeps your brushes really soft and prolongs the life of them. So I really kind of highly recommend this one too. So my absolute favorite brush for blending my concealer, any concealer, whether it's drugstore, high-end, whatever, this is the brush I reach for every single time, including today, and it's the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. It's soft. It just does such a great job of blending out my concealer. I don't know what it is. It's tiny, but it's a little bit rounded. It fits right in there. It doesn't scratch my skin, which I'm very against any brushes that are hard or bristly like that because my skin is very sensitive. This isn't. This is so soft, incredibly affordable. I think this is $3. And then the brush that I absolutely adore to set my concealer with using a banana shade powder is this one from e.l.f. again, and it's their small tapered brush, and it does a great job of setting all of my concealer, keeping it smooth, keeping it crease free, soft. Yet again, it's a little bit larger and it's a little bit more dome shaped than the other one, as you can kind of see. Such a great, easy to use brush. I love this. One of my absolute favorite brushes for contouring, especially if I want a very structured look to my cheekbones, is this tiny little angled contour brush from e.l.f. and I believe it might be an eyeshadow brush. I'm not really sure. I don't remember when I bought this or if it came with a set or something like that, but I have been using it recently, really chiseling out that cheekbone area, and then I'll go on top of it and blend it out with a more fluffy kind of contour shaped brush. But I've really been liking this one a lot lately. Then one of the ones I like to use for doing exactly that, for blending out my contour, just making it smoother, or simply warming up my face in the form of bronzing, is this one from e.l.f. as well, and it's their complexion brush. I really like it because of the paddle shape. It comes to kind of like a pinch shape to it, but it's fluffy at the same time, so it works really well. It's just kind of bronzing up the face. If you're going on one of those natural, everyday, no makeup looks, and you just kind of want to chisel out the cheekbones but more warm them up than necessarily create that strong structure of a contour, this will pick up even the lightest shade and give you some depth and some warmth. It's very easy to blend out with as well, and it's super duper soft. And again, it's affordable, so it's a win-win. Now, if you really want to go in for that chiseled, beautiful, structured contour, I have two options for you. The drugstore one comes again from surprise e.l.f. I really love e.l.f. They always impress me with their products, and it's their blending brush. It's kind of densely packed, but it's soft and feathery at the same time, so you can really find your shape and just pop that product on there and then just blend it out, and it creates a very soft, focused look. I love it. Beautiful for contour. As far as high-end brushes go, another favorite is this one from IT Cosmetics, and it's just simply called their contouring brush. It came in a set during the holidays. I actually have reviewed it on my channel if you guys want to check that out a couple of months ago. It's very soft, but it's also densely packed, and I love this handle. It just makes it really easy to kind of work with it, and it just does a great job of chiseling on top of your forehead and underneath, feathering everything out, but creating and placing that product at the same time, giving you that pigmentation, that look that you want. I'd say that they are both comparable, just depends on how much you want to spend, but I will say that this one's a little bit easier to handle because of its handle. It's just a little bit easier to work with, but they both do an amazing job. So one of my favorite highlighting brushes when I really want to pack on that highlight, give myself the most shimmering Jennifer Lopez glow of life. Like, I just came back from Hawaii and my skin is glowing from within, but also glowing from on top. And it's the brush that actually comes with that contouring one from IT Cosmetics. It's a dual-ended brush. It has a concealer brush on one end and the highlight on the other. This is densely packed, but it's soft and feathery at the top, so it really blends out highlight like a dream. It pops it on. You have the most pigmentation of highlight ever with this brush. I actually like to use this one in particular with my Becca highlights, because if you really want your highlight to be showing from the moon, this will definitely produce that glow. It is intense if you like an intense highlight. If not, then I would stay away from this brush. Another good brush for applying highlight that gives you that intensity but not quite so much, a little bit more subtle, but it does give you that pop, is a brush from Bdellium Tools, and this is the 944 brush. It's kind of tapered at the top. It does a great job of picking up that product, easily blending it out. I like this one a lot when I'm in a hurry, but I don't want to put too much highlight, but just a little bit. It does a great job with that, so I really like this one as well. I actually don't have any more highlight brushes to share with you. I actually have a concealer brush, and this is the number 212 from IT Cosmetics. It's their essential concealer brush, and I don't use this for concealer. What I like to use this for is with cream or pencil products that I put underneath of my brow bone to highlight, instead of blending it out with my finger, which I feel like, first of all, it makes my fingers dirty, and second of all, it kind of blends it away almost to non-existence. I rather use this brush because it blends it out very naturally and it doesn't take away too much of the product, so I use this a lot for that kind of thing. And then my absolute holy grail blush brush comes from IT Cosmetics, and it is their Flawless Blush number 227. It is the softest, most comfortable blush brush that I own. I like that it's angled, so you pretty much just pop the product onto your cheek and blend upwards, and it just creates a nice, glowy, flushed radiance with ease. It's very easy to blend. It doesn't produce too much product on the skin, so it looks very natural. It's easy to work with. It gives you just enough pop of color, and it's very, very wonderful for blending. And then for a drugstore friendly blush option, my vote goes to the blush brush from Real Techniques. It's the pink one. It's fluffy. It reminds me of a rabbit's cottontail. It's very soft as well. This one's just a little bit more rounded. This does give a very nice sheer to lightweight coverage when you're applying your blush. So if you're scared of highly pigmented colors or you're not a very big blush person, this might be the brush for you because it applies it very smoothly and very naturally, just like the IT Cosmetics one, except that this is a lot cheaper. I think this is $9 and this one is probably in that $28 range. So it's pricier, but this is so soft. This one is soft as well. They're both really soft. It's kind of hard to decide, but it just depends on preference. I like the angled design of this one in particular, and I'm a big IT Cosmetics fan. But as far as Real Techniques brushes, I'm a huge fan as well. I think their products are amazing for the price. They're quality, and you're getting a lot for a little bit of money. I highly recommend all of these brushes. I hope this video helped you guys out in some way. If you're searching for new face brushes or eye brushes, maybe some of my tips, maybe some of my holy grails helped you guys out. Please let me know down below if you do decide to purchase any of these brushes, or if you have any questions at all. Be sure to let me know one of your favorite makeup brushes as well down below in the comment box, because I'll be sure to check it out. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.